Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Witch Hunt. I'm not gonna beat around the bush, this game has some issues, but it makes up for it in a lot of ways. The game was created by just a single developer called Andrej Vicevic. Give me a second, I think I butchered the name. Andrej Vicevic? And actually, he's been around the block for a while now. With some titles of, let's say, questionable quality, but hey, everyone starts in a garage, that's just the way it is. The biggest selling point Witch Hunt has is also its biggest weakness. It's not an easy game, which means that a lot of players will just stay away from it by default. And combined with the, well, let's say functional graphics, it's clear to see why only a handful of people know about it. I only know of it because my Discord peeps recommended it. But if you can make it past the weird learning curve and the animatronic motions, you will be rewarded with a very well designed and technically solid horror game that thankfully internalizes the #1 rule you need to follow when creating scary stuff. And that is, atmosphere comes first. The start of the game is as unceremoniously as can be. You get a little bit of exposition in text form, which explains that you are a hunter of the supernatural, and that you got attacked by something on the way to your next mission. And then, fade to an obviously cursed and definitely superstitious town. I would really like to say that this is the reason why we don't get any cutscenes, but given the fact that this game was created by just one guy, we know better. Not having cutscenes was probably a decision made by necessity and not by choice. But it works wonders because the gameplay never stops, you're always right in the danger zone. And, true to the backstory, you start the game mildly wounded and with no orientation, so the first thing you might want to do is, I don't know, visit a bar. Hello? Anybody home? Ah, damn. Wait, did you just? Okay, I get it. Everybody who hasn't left town yet is super scared except for the trader, the mayor, and the priest. Well, at least the man got a good taste in books. And he can heal me for free too. But the biggest MVP by far is, as always, the merchant. Seriously, it's always the merchant who sticks around till the very end. Somebody needs to tell Outside Xbox they need to make a video about these brave souls. Anyway, this merchant offers you bullets, power-ups, and trinkets to make the hunt easier. Most of the stuff you can buy is actually well thought out and will give you an edge, but more on that later. And now that we have made some acquaintances, it's time to go into the woods and hunt the thing we're here to hunt. That's what I would like to say, but here's the problem that arises among these trees. Where's the beast and where the hell are we? I got no map, barely any equipment, and no safety net. If I want to know where I am, then I have to do it the old-fashioned way, by remembering landmarks like hills, a fallen tree, or a lake. And I can hear most of you say right through the screen, "What kind of bullshit is this? Where's my compass? Where's my fucking quest marker?" But I think this design choice is awesome, and here's why. So it was stated that you were attacked at the beginning of the game and your horse ran away along with your equipment. And you can actually find the horse, no problem, but the equipment is broken. So it makes sense that you only have a bare minimum of tools. Also, you came to a far corner of the earth. You realistically cannot know anything about it. You have never been in these woods before. And because you only heard stories from the villagers, you don't even know what exactly awaits you in these woods. It could be the bunny from Monty Python. It could also be Commander Shepard.
Bang, okay?
This lack of information and orientation is frustrating to some, but generally adds to the feeling of being lost. And that creates a layer of uncertainty. And when there's uncertainty, there's fear. From the get-go, there's a little bit of thrill built up in you because you don't know what's going to happen next. That's what I meant when I said this game knows how to create atmosphere. The dark forest and the depressing mood is nice, but what really grinds your gears, as it should, is the feeling of nagging uncertainty. This feeling gets amplified by the overall sound design as well. Instead of hammering out a creepy soundtrack, the game is just fine with letting you stew in your own juice. The only ingredients it adds to the mix are some background noise and your own heavy footsteps. Usually interspersed by some weird noises you should never ever hear when you're alone in the woods. Fun fact and positive message at once, when you hear a sound like that, you're not alone anymore. Get prepared to get attacked at any moment. This area is not just home to the beast you should be hunting, but also to zombies, zombie dogs, jumpy skeletons, and... oh no. Oh god, please, no, 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 not again! Shit! I know it's coming, I still hate it. And somewhere in this big area you have to find a monster that is roaming, and I do mean literally roaming the map. And if it weren't for some very special skills, we wouldn't even be able to know when it's going to attack. One of the game mechanics I just love in here is the ability to sense your target by heartbeat. Whenever it is close, you can hear it. The closer it gets, the faster the heartbeat. And with a little practice, you get at least a general direction and will be able to track the monster down a bit easier. You also have the ability to see through the monster's eyes for a limited amount of time, but I'm gonna be honest, it cannot help you unless you made yourself familiar with the terrain. Most of the time you will just see woods, but sometimes you can make out important landmarks and then you know exactly where to go. It's just a shame that it runs away every time I hit it, so we have to find it again. And also, it's time to let you off the hook. Of course, we can find a map in a cabin to help us navigate, but even then, we still need a compass to be able to exactly tell where we are. And the only one with a compass is the merchant who is willing to part with it for a lousy 100 gold coins. And now you're gonna ask where to get the 100 gold from, right? Well, we got two options. Option number 1. Explore the creepy forest with all its wonders and whimsy and ransack artifacts and valuables. And option number 2. Force yourself to fight not just the beast, but also hunt the other things in this forest and hope they got some coin. All of these monsters will pop up randomly to make sure we stay on our toes, which also adds another layer of anxiety to our overall well-being. And quite frankly, I love it. It's exactly what a horror game should do, invoke low-key paranoia. But at least it's worth it. The map is chock full with interesting sights to behold, and side quests too. For example, at one end of the map there's a cave with a good boy inside. Pick the lock and you made a friend for life. He even waits for you with a present next time you visit the village. Now, of course, there are more challenging quests for you to find too. For example, you can try following a ghost to find a free skill book. Or, I completely forgot, what's that cannonball for? Oh, okay, right, yeah. Little secrets can be found anywhere, and they usually hold some gold for you, and sometimes even an upgrade you would pay dearly for at the shop. But I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't matter how much money we can find and how much cool stuff we get. We will stay under-equipped for this witch hunt gig. And it's not just because we lost our stuff at the beginning, no, it's because we live in the 18th century. You know, a time when people believed the female orgasm was labeled a sign of insanity. It's true, look it up. And flintlock rifles, which hold only one shot and then need to be reloaded in a painstakingly slow fashion, were considered high-tech. Yeah, so all I got is a flintlock rifle and a flintlock pistol. 2 shots for an unknown amount of beasts around me. Sure, they go down with a well-placed bullet between the eyes, but still, I only got 2 shots. And as soon as I'm done blowing my loads, the only choices I have left are either running away or pulling out my 30-inch long piece of metal to go up close and personal. And I'm telling you, letting one of those beasts come close will cost you a lot of health, sometimes even your life. Oh, and did I mention that your ammo is limited and costs money as well? These horrors are unfazed by our iron and brass balls. They might not look like it, but they're real connoisseurs of precious metal. Nothing else but silver bullets will do the trick here, so guess where we will be going a lot.
I think I have what you need.
Yeah, that's right. Among other things, we can learn new skills, get some armor for more health, and can even get some help from God. My favorite item by far in this game is the crucifix. Just place it somewhere on the ground, wait until it's activated, and go away. Once the monster gets close to that location, a lightning strike will slap that bitch for desecrating the holy symbol while you get treated to a pretty neat light show. Oh, and also you need mana if you want to use your abilities and want to save the game. Slain monsters leave a trace of mana you can collect and then use at mana stones to save the game. And with all that I said, you should be able to see the logic by now, right? This game is hard. It's hard by design. In order to become an effective hunter, you have to go straight into the unknown, get some riches out, buy better equipment, and then repeat the process until the beast is finally slain. And then, after we made the forest our home turf, we are more than capable to finish the beast off, and damn, it feels good. Wait, is that it? The game's over? Well, no. But actually, yes. See, this was just the first out of 4 hunts that make up the game. And even though I have to give credit where credit is due, because the monsters you will hunt all behave differently and are all challenging in their own way, it's simply not enough to keep the game fresh after, well, let's say the 2nd or 3rd monster. But I'm gonna be honest, hunting a tree while an immortal witch protects it is really something. But after that, the game doesn't have a lot of new things to offer. Sure, the forest gets more aggressive and most of all darker, but unfortunately the game fails to introduce new mechanics or mob monsters. So what you see at the beginning is what you get at the end. On the one hand, it seems more realistic that way, but from a gaming perspective I can understand why some people won't finish this. Now, despite this point of critique, is Witch Hunt worth playing? Oh yes, definitely, but not more than once or twice. Because as soon as you played through it once and explored every nook and cranny of the map, you will know everything there is to know. The game doesn't hold any replay value, but it doesn't have to. Witch Hunt should be played because of its awesome atmosphere and innovative game mechanics, which are proof that you can scare the living bejesus out of a player with very little. You just need to know how to use your elements. And that is the exact reason why you should check out Witch Hunt. Thank you for watching, and see ya.